Oh yeah, we're gonna get into the CPAC coverage now. Hear what Boebert had to say, and we'll get AOC's response.
Tell government,
Ooh.
we don't want your benefits. We don't want your welfare. Don't come knocking on my door with your Fauci outie. You leave us the hell alone.
Look at her strutting all over that stage. She thinks she's hot shit.
We're here to tell government, we don't want your benefits. We don't want your welfare. Don't come knocking on my door with your Fauci outie. You leave us the hell alone. We're here.
She gonna be on Fox News.
We don't want your benefits.
Or some shit after she leaves Congress. AOC retweeted the video and said, "Tell them loud and proud, girl. GOP will strip your unemployment protections and dismantle any semblance of a public safety net that we have left. Then make working people pay way more for everything on low wages while Wall Street gets a meal ticket. Good old conservative values, baby." Conservative values were on full display at CPAC when they heckled one of their own candidates, Caitlyn Jenner, who apparently that is who Sparkles believes murdered Ron and Nicole. Caitlyn Jenner was stalked and harassed at CPAC. Only Tommy Lahren defends her. We can actually see the video of Caitlyn Jenner, who is running for governor as a Republican.
Excuse me, Bruce. I don't want to picture Bruce. Bruce.
Dead naming her. What did you think was gonna happen when you went to the gathering of shitheads?
Bruce, what do you think about the stuff that they're teaching in the schools?
Oh yeah, we need to go into this when she's on here next Friday, because over dinner we went into great detail about how she thinks that Caitlyn Jenner was the actual one that murdered Ron and Nicole, and that OJ is completely innocent, which I find laughable. She's very sympathetic to OJ. She loves her some OJ. I never know when she's bullshitting me, though.
Hey, Bruce. Bruce,
here we go.
what do you think about the stuff that they're teaching in schools regarding the LGBTQ? About Jesus Christ, Bruce. Don't forget about Jesus.
She probably likes her some Jesus.
Look at that sick freak. Why do people want a picture with him?
I don't get that.
These are
Like she didn't deserve that.
Why do we want a picture with a tranny?
But like I don't understand why she would expect anything different from a crowd of right-wingers. That's who they are. There was a YouTuber, I believe, that she tried to do the right-wing grift, and then she left the right because she's like, wow, like very misogynistic all the time. It's like, what do you expect? So wow, they have some had some real nut jobs at the CPAC. Here, Matt Schlapp, who puts it together, he went on with I think it was Jake Tapper? No, Cuomo.
So wrong. You have not won on one substantive case. Give me a substantive.
You never get to
argument
substance.
As to why it was okay
you never get to
not
a substantive case because you
on
never.
mailed-in ballots.
Hold on, Matt. You guys never got. You guys never. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Get out of my ear. You guys never get to the point of having any type of judge get to review it because there is never the basis for a claim.
You know I'm not high enough for the CPAC
shit. And you guys have used this to your advantage. But here, my question is bigger than this. It's much bigger than this.
Did you read Justice Scalito's? Did you read Justice
Scalito?
Excuse me, Justice Alito.
I know, but
Scalito.
Like Scalia, even though he's Alito. I'll give you that.
Because I love
and they
Scalia,
are both Italian.
It's on my mind. I love him.
Listen,
I love him.
may he
There's
rest in
nothing wrong
peace.
with being Italian.
What
And
I'm saying
here's
is
the
this.
thing.
No, I hope he's rotting in hell if there is one.
Okay, 'cause it's
You've
your
been
show.
talking a lot,
It's
Matt,
your
to
show,
be
but
honest.
Let me just talk for
but go ahead.
Well, that's what being a guest is. You get to talk. But my
It's
only
a
point is
conversation.
this,
Two
which
people
is
talking a conversation.
You guys,
go ahead.
fair enough, and I respect the fact that you have me on. But my
go
point
ahead.
to you is the following, which is don't act like there's not a legitimate claim when you have an election that's one we've never had before with all these mailed-in ballots. Don't act like it's outrageous for Republicans and conservatives and people who like Trump to be really question this case of why didn't we vote the same way we voted in 2016, where everyone who voted by mail, you had to verify that you were a legal voter.
Matt, I'm
in
just telling
2020,
you, I
we
hear
simply
your
didn't
point.
do
You've
that
made
in
it a
this
lot
city-
of times.
in these cities.
Here's the problem.
But we should do that. Do you agree? We should do that.
Of course, you should follow the rules. What I'm saying is you are creating a boogeyman. You know and I know that Georgia...
That's all right-wing policy is creating a boogeyman.
And then they later found out that they were okay. The facts aren't in your favor. What I don't
That's
get
not
is
true.
why are you
Chris, you're
making
not
a
right.
case
Chris,
to the American
Chris,
people
stop.
that you know is
Chris,
based
stop.
on a lie? Why are you
Christoph.
about the big lie and not all the other things you could argue?
CPAC, the title and the theme of CPAC is America Uncanceled.
Well, what are you canceling?
And what
The
we're
truth?
trying to do with
As
these
an
CPAC
alternative?
conferences is trying to, it's a nice little slight, now let me talk. The whole idea with CPAC is this idea that the federal government came in and said, because of the pandemic,
And then, like, you can, like, who are they talking about when they say lock her up? Like, I don't know. AOC, Speaker Pelosi, Hillary, just fucking substitute. Ilhan Omar, just substitute whoever the fuck. They'll chant lock her up.
all of us get canceled. You don't get canceled.
you know
probably
it was
never get
state by
canceled.
state,
The rest
by
of us
the
get
way, right?
canceled all the
They're
time.
authoritarian assholes.
These governors made their own determinations, right? Why are you making the government
no, I
a
don't think
boogeyman?
that's right. I think
Why are you attacking institutions? I
that's
thought
right,
you guys
because-
were about bolstering the institutions.
That's what he gets paid to do. Chris Andrew's the governor. Chris is the host. Why do I always get brothers confused? That's what he gets paid to do, is to attack the government, all while sucking at the government's teat. Get as much government money as you can. This motherfucker probably was up to his eyeballs in PPP loans and doing shit for the Trump administration.
Government which told kids
They
that
didn't
it was
tell
unsafe
anybody
to go to
anything.
school,
They
which
should have told
partnered-
kids.
Which
Your-
partnered with
the president
teachers'
at the time
unions,
from your
which
party
partnered
said,
with
let the
teachers'
states do it. You'll get no
which
oversight.
partnered with
You'll get
teachers'
no
unions,
guidance.
Which made it sound like it would be unhealthy and unsafe for kids to go to school, which actually said that it would make people sick to go to church, where the governor, Republican governor of Maryland, said it would be a
It wasn't going to school and going to church. It was mass gatherings in a pandemic.
nation is very divided.
Super spreader events. They still do. You just had a camp where the
Chris-
kids went to camp and they had
Chris,
125
you are
cases after.
advocating-
Yep.
Anti-religion.
But you're advocating for an abridgment of the First Amendment because you were scared about a virus. We have the right to make those
It was
choices.
state-
Nobody is abridging your First Amendment. You're a church. Have fucking online church. Have a fucking meeting room in fucking Google Hangouts or whatever. Do your fucking. I don't understand why they made such a big deal about it, other than to act persecuted. Cause you seriously, even the whole passing around the offering plate thing. If you're worried about losing out on money, fucking you could do the virtual fucking tip jars, the Kofi's, the Patreons, all that bullshit. You direct PayPal, Cash App. It was a opportunity for churches to actually shift the way they do business if they wanted to reach out to a whole new crowd to provide a new kind of service. So it couldn't possibly have been infringing on your First Amendment rights because your church could still meet. You could just do it in a way that's not endangering the lives of your fucking followers and parishioners and shit. God damn. It's just public gatherings, being there face to face, breathing on each other.
It doesn't.
State by
no
state.
state can abridge. No state
But
can
why are you
abridge
saying
my
the
First
federal
Amendment
government?
rights.
It was
just as
state
the
by
federal
state.
government cannot abridge them.
But why are you saying the federal government? They have
Chris,
nothing
it
to do
doesn't
with it.
matter.
Also, this is the first time I've ever heard this motherfucker speak, I think. Matt Schlapp is a closet homosexual. Unless he's open about it, which I'm kind of assuming he's not. But like my gaydar is pretty good. That motherfucker is a repressed homosexual.
Level of government, your
Their
constitutional
Republican
rights, the Bill
governors
of
made the
Rights
same determination.
Is some.
He would feel so much better if he took a
Let me
dick.
explain this to you one more time.
Yeah, sure.
You don't feel canceled because you never are. We feel canceled because we constantly are. Now you've broken the model because you've had me on CNN. People like me don't get on CNN anymore.
Matt,
and I
you're
applaud
always
you for
welcome.
having
People like me don't get on CNN, he says on CNN.
It's not true. I'm not welcome at CNN, and you know that.
Where are you?
What do you have to fucking add to the conversation, you asshole? They don't ask me to be on CNN either. Jesus Christ. You gotta have something to sell the people. It's a commercial entity. It's the free market deciding your ass isn't valuable. Matt Schlapp.
Right now, brother.
I'm trying to give you a compliment. You're the only one who will have me
Don't
on
do that.
periodically.
Listen, Matt,
but
I got to jump. You're always welcome to
it's
make
the
the
truth.
case. You're always going to. I'm always going to welcome you to make
But
the
you're
case.
never canceled. Have you ever been canceled in your whole life on social media
Yes.
or national media?
I bet he has. I bet he has.
I have people
You don't
coming
know
after
what
me
it's
from the
like.
left and the right 24/7. It is a dog-eat-dog
That's
world,
not
and I have
true.
milk bone underwear.
He's been in the media business for how fucking long? I am sure he has come up against it.
Cheers.
I don't know
Norm
what the
said
underwear
it.
thing means,
Look it
but
up. You'll
thank
like
you
it
for
and you'll
having
use
me
it.
on.
I got to jump.
Like what they complain about is cancel culture is just, working for a boss in a capitalistic society. Oh, he was a lawyer too? Oh, fuck yeah. All right, so no speeches from any of the Trumps from the CPAC. If you wanted to watch that, you can go somewhere else, but let's watch this, let's watch the straw poll from CPAC.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to hear the results of the CPAC straw poll? Let's bring out our friends Naomi Ito from Liberty Ecosystem, powered by Number One Solution. Our pollsters, Ryan Munn.
Liberty Ecosystem, powered by Number One Salute. Like, what the fuck? It had like some kind of branding. Their fucking organization.
How many of you voted in the CPAC straw poll?
This better not be copyrighted music, you motherfuckers. If you want people to like actually cover your event.
Attendees' heads are at. First thing I want to do is turn it over to Naomi.
Are these guys Proud Boys or some shit? That's exactly what they look like.
About whether that's a good or bad idea about how to secure ballots in future elections around the world. Naomi.
Thank you. So in the existing election system, many frauds
I want to get to an equal society.
and
I want an equitable society so that we can all use slurs all we want to and it's no longer an issue. Who cares?
of many people all over the world.
But you gotta strive for that equitable society first.
For a solution, Liberty Ecosystem has been in progress to develop a system that is accessible online.
What the fuck is Liberty Ecosystem?
So we're very happy to see that 362 people have participated.
I have no clue what's going. Like the two Asian people on the stage with the Proud Boys, and I don't know for sure that they're Proud Boys, but that's what they look
Turn it
like.
over to our pollsters now, Ryan and Travis from Coefficient. Fellas?
We have some really interesting data. I'm sure you're all eagerly anticipating the results. Thank you so much for participating. First slide here. We asked, what are the most important issues? Ryan, why don't you give them the...
There's some kind. This is some sort of branding exercise for a company, so they're probably involved in voting machines or some shit.
Constitutional rights, as if those things were different.
Libertarian, synergenic buzzwords.
Securing America.
Second slide will come as potentially no surprise to anyone in this room. This is Joe Biden's approval rating.
It was close.
Among these people. Now,
I would assume it's like fucking 2%. CPAC is the craziest of the goddamn crazy.
Police only said they somewhat disapprove.
That's right. Very gracious.
We're going to work on that for our next event, folks. I want to remind everybody these next two questions, we asked it in two different ways because we don't know. What if Donald Trump gets into the 2024 presidential race, and what if he doesn't? So we asked it two ways. One without him on the ballot, and then one with him on the ballot.
Honestly.
The one we're going to do is without Donald Trump. This is the scenario where he says, no, I'm not going to run.
Our elections are fucked. There is way too much money and too much financial interest in them.
68%.
There are several things that I want done to our election. And he's got a ponytail. This Asian cowboy has a ponytail.
What it looks like when
Like his hair's down to his ass.
2024.
Are we ready?
70%.
Okay, so it looks like 70%
21%.
are for Trump in 2024. I'm surprised that's not higher.
Right, and finally, we asked an approval question of Donald Trump. Across the conference, there was very, very little disagreement with the 90.
Well, this is one of the very last things of the event. This was right before Donald Trump spoke.
Thank you all.
So they might be milking it because Trump is,
Tremendous project.
you know,
We got tremendous
meandering in the back.
of you, and thanks for doing it.
Thank you to our partners from Coefficient, Ryan Muntz, and
Yeah, I totally didn't pay attention to anything they said. I'm sorry if you guys wanted to hear that, but the 30-minute Xi Jinping speech was probably way more interesting. Also, I like how I brought up that we were going to watch that speech on Friday, but because Sparkles was here, I wasn't going to subject her to it, and the chat seemed like they were into it, like they wanted to watch the 30-minute Xi Jinping speech. I'm assuming there was a lot of drugs done at the CPAC. I bet I would have a good time at the CPAC.